I remember my cousins and I were in a plaza in the evening one night. This is while I was still in the military. We're taking some time. And we said, well, what do you want to do when you grow up? And my cousin said, oh, I want to be a dentist. I want to be a dentist. I want to be a doctor. And I looked across the street at a municipal building. And I said, well, I want to design the air conditioning system in a building like that. And guess what? We got 2 dentists, a doctor, and an engineer.
Wow.
So it was pretty good. It's just one of those things.
Dang, that's great. So yeah, mine was very different. I knew I wanted to be an engineer. I had really no idea about even the whole HVAC industry in general, I guess. But I did an internship my junior year at Pape Dawson doing civil engineering, even though I was majoring in mechanical engineering. And that the only thing about that was it kind of centered me down to like, oh, I love this construction focused idea of engineering rather than doing something more like, just behind a computer doing some sort of, I don't know, conveyor belt system. Or I wanted something people focused, construction oriented sort of. So that's why I went into construction first out of college, doing a PM for mechanical stuff. Still kind of using my degree, but after a little while, I was like, man, I miss the engineering enough to switch over to this design.
In the military, I actually took courses in refrigeration and air conditioning.
Oh, no way.
So I took care of the air conditioning systems and the refrigeration systems in the ship I was on. So when I finally got out, I said, there's got to be more to this. A precursor to that. I've been around systems all my life. When I was young, my dad had a gas station, and that was a long time ago. And we worked on cars, bicycles, diesel trucks. We worked on all that. So getting into mechanical stuff was kind of a natural, to get into it.
Yeah.
And then with my time in the military, and I took the courses in refrigeration and air conditioning, I said, well, this is something that I could learn. And I learned how to service all that equipment. But when I got out, I said, there's got to be more to it. So I said, that's back to when my cousins and I were talking about what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, and at the time there was a course in Houston, University of Houston, that actually was very focused on HVAC. So I got to, when I graduated, I already knew how to design. I was already into the systems of mechanical and HVAC and stuff like that. So,
that's awesome. Yeah. It's crazy how much I feel like it's kind of changed a little bit because I remember going through college, you really don't even hear about the MEP division of what we do, and you have to kind of really seek it out. And I guess I got really lucky at A&M. There were 2 things that really helped me out. I loved the basic ones, which was heat transfer and thermo and stuff, but I ended up getting lucky for my senior design project. I kind of randomly got assigned I was a ASHRAE design competition. So I got to try to design a HVAC system for a museum in India, I think. And so that was how I first kind of really got into the MEP division of all of this. And then A&M also, it was really cool about they have an HVAC class also. But
yeah.
It's very
cool. Well, it was pretty focused when I was going to school. It was, and I guess at the time there was a great need for it. And so I happened to drop into it and finished it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the industry's kind of changed since when you started to now?
We've gotten away from tonnage, so much CFM per square foot.
Yeah.
Those all changed, tons per square foot, and stuff like that. Mainly because of how efficient systems have gotten. So you have to keep up with that. The different refrigerants that have come across. I've gone through 2 iterations of greenhouse effective refrigerants. So, but all in all, it's still about the same.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of how you do calculations and idea layouts and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, well, we worked on 2 projects now.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy and ECC.
Yep.
What have you come away with on those projects?
I think the big one that I've kind of taken away and what I've like really enjoyed so much with those has just been seeing how many different ways there are to tackle a project, right? With whole early child, we started off with one system type, doing packaged rooftops per classroom, and pretty quickly into design, through talks with the owner, we were kind of like, hey, maybe this is a different way to do it that would be more efficient and maybe easier to maintain, and completely switched it up and did something completely different. So it's so fun to see, there is no one like, this is how you do it. There is
there's more than one way to skin the cat.
Exactly.
And they're all right. They're all right.
Yeah. And then we get to kind of go through and just say, well, in this one scenario, maybe this is your best one for us, for what we think you could use it for, right?
Yeah. So that's 2 projects.
Mm-hmm.
What have you gained anything from it, or?
Yeah, I mean, the knowledge that you gain just day to day is crazy. Whether it's even in just reviewing a submittal and starting to see patterns of, oh, this is why this is some sort of way, like with different compressor technology or whatever it is.
Right.
And then all the way down to, Thomas has a line that I love where it's every line that's drawn is money, basically. Every word is money on drawings.
Right.
So, becoming super efficient on, how to design, how to really lay something out with the idea of when somebody's putting this up, is it going to be easy to do? Is it going to be, hard to maintain? Or and I think we even talked about this on that whole early child job of, the certain duct layouts of shortening square to get to round quicker.
Yeah. Well, we've had, I do remember when on Galaxy, I remember we talked about how to lay it out. We talked about the systems, and you laid it out, and I looked at it and I said, that's pretty good, it'll work. And then when we first met with the client, I saw how you were doing it. I said, okay, I walked out of the room. So well done. So,
appreciate it. Yeah.
So
I remember that. That was super cool because that was really the first one where, I mean, I'd only been here probably 6 months, I'd say at most, and it was great working with you because you really let me take my own stab at it, and you were there to, help me, get back on the path if I ever strayed too far. But you really let me take it, and that was a big confidence builder.
Good.
So thank you.
Well, you did well, and
Thanks.
that's how I gave you the opportunity. Okay, I wasn't going to let you sink, but I let you swim. So that was good.
No, thank you.
Yeah, the whole experience of being here is, throughout my career, if I were to compare, I'd say this is probably, the fact that I'm here is pretty good for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you?
Yeah, honestly, same. Yeah, I've been here 2 years. This is, like I said, the kind of second job out of college. I started off on the construction side, and man, it's crazy. Every day, I'm like, man, I'm lucky to be where I am. It's such a cool fostering community. Everybody's here for each other. Everybody will step up if somebody's struggling, and then also the experience of getting to work with amazing engineers like yourself.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, no, it's so much fun just to be able to see like the true opportunity for growth that we have here. David started. He went to the same high school as me. I think we were in high school at the same time, and he's a principal level, engineer, amazing engineer. It's so cool to see how well we build up.
Yeah, that's one of the things I do like also is the fact that it's a great growing experience as a lot of young engineers that I see now, and you guys are all great.
Yeah,
that you've been able to acquire knowledge and use it, and so it's gratifying to see as many young engineers that there are here that are progressing.
Yeah.
I remember there was the Spurs used to have a thing about young guns, and it was I think 3 or 4 I forget who the Spurs were, but they said these are the young guns. And I remember going out into the parking lot back in the back, and I saw a group of 6 just coming towards me, and I go, and that's the first thing I thought of was young guns. So anyway, but anyway, that's it's great to know that there's an opportunity for a lot of young guns to show up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
prosper.
Yeah.
So, what do you do in the morning to get hyped up to be here?
Oh man, that's a good question. I should point out this is pretty soon after the new year, so this is a lot better than it normally is. But for the last couple of weeks at least, I'll wake up. I mean, you get here crazy early. I don't know how you do that, but I'll wake up at around 6 and then go down to the gym, work out. I'm definitely more of a morning person than a night person, so I really like kind of starting with something really, get the blood going and get me excited. So do that, then come out over here to work and jump into coffee very quickly. That's another big
get
part
the starter going.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm a early riser also.
Yeah.
And I'll get in some kind of physical, exercise, shower, breakfast.
Yeah.
On the road, get here, turn on the computer.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
I know. I feel like I've gotten here early on occasion, and you're already here. What time do you get into the office most days?
6:40.
That's incredible.
So, but I've always been an early riser.
Yeah.
I've always had that. And then when I went into the military, even more so, it was ingrained. Even more,
Absolutely.
You have to get up early to take care of everything. So.
Yeah. It's crazy. I am for sure a morning person, but still waking up that early is taking some getting used to for sure.
I get up about 4:30.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I like my sleep.
I like
too
to
much.
go and wake up the roosters, so you can wake up everybody else.
Oh yeah, man. Props to you. One day I'll be there. One day.
Okay, that's good.